The more I live, the more I realize how destructive, and I don't know if this is the correct word, but devilish, how devilish and destructive the phone is. You see, 10 years ago, even 15 years ago, phone was considered one of the greatest inventions of all time. I mean, we can communicate with people. It was this small screen. We could do anything from it. It was so practical. It was so useful. But now in this day and age, it is literally everything but useful. I mean, how many times have you, for example, walked in nature, talked with a friend, been in a social conversation with somebody, but you simply weren't there because you were drawn out and you were just sucked into that 6.3-inch screen, or however long it is. It really is that damn phone. I don't know how much percent of your unhappiness you feel on a day-to-day basis, but I would say it's at least 50 to 75% of your unhappiness has to be your phone. But why is that? Why is a device such a powerful device? Why is it so destructive? Well, the device in and of itself is not destructive. The device in and of itself is beautiful, and it's always going to be beautiful, and it's always going to be one of the greatest inventions ever. But why is it one of the most devilish devices of all time? Was because of how we as society use it. Because the phone can be the most beneficial thing in the world if you are productive with it, if you connect with people and you network with people and you study some things and you watch some educational videos and you try to get better, try to learn, try to grow as a person. But if you go on, of course, you go on TikTok, you go on YouTube, you go on Instagram, 8 hours a day, you watch porn, you watch some instant dopamine hit videos, and then you wonder why your life is bad. And also that this is another level of just stupidity, what we do, but it's still like you're in beautiful nature. Just the whole world, the whole beautiful world is in front of you. But you are still drawn into this screen. Like, how many times have you seen people see beautiful views in front of them and they are still on their phone? How many times does that happen? You can't even enjoy a good view. You can't even enjoy the birds chirping and the wind blowing on your face and the birds outside and the dogs running and whatever. You can't even enjoy that. You can't even people watch. You can't even sit alone for 10 minutes in peace. And then you wonder why you are unhappy, why you are not fulfilled, why you're not capable of achievement. The reason why you don't feel like you're capable, everybody's capable of achieving great things, by the way, but the reason why you feel like you're so far behind everybody is because, first of all, social media, of course, every single one on social media shares the best moments of their life. That's also one of the biggest issues. And why you don't feel good, why you feel depressed, why you feel anxious, why you feel disgusting, is because, of course, everybody shares their best moments. Ain't nobody living a life like that. Everybody's lives are just messed up. Every single person's life is messed up one way or another. But we, of course, do not want to show the bad side. We only want to show the good side. So, of course, if you only see the good sides, you're going to be brainwashed into thinking that is their life. You all know that that's not their life. Everybody's dealing with something. Everybody's dealing with something. It does not matter how many followers they have, how many likes did they get, what kind of their status is. It does not matter. Everybody is dealing with something in their life. That's the first problem. The second problem is, you know that it's bad for you to be 8 hours on Instagram and scroll 4 hours on TikTok. You know it's bad for you. So why do you do it? Well, you do it, of course, because it's pleasure. It feels good. I mean, there's no resistance, there's no effort. It's just you lay on your bed and you do nothing. You do nothing, and it feels good to do nothing. Sometimes it doesn't. You have to stop, man. You have to understand that the root of your unhappiness is 99% of the time the phone. Just try and implement some kind of rules into your life. Try to implement something that will get you away from your phone and just live in nature. Be in the present. And I don't want to hear no excuse like, I'm in the city, who cares? Going to a park and look at people. You know, just watch it as they go by. Obviously, don't be a creep, but you know what I'm trying to say. Set rules. One of the biggest or the best things that I like to do is set a 1 hour rule. And that is, if I check my phone, if I check YouTube Studio or I check whatever, I cannot use it again for 1 hour. Unless I absolutely have to. For example, I'm messaging somebody or whatever. If I'm not doing something like that, I cannot check my phone again for an hour. Does not matter how high the urge is. That's the one rule I do. The second rule I do is, if I don't have anything to do, for example, I'm bored, I don't know what to do, I simply just put the phone down and I just think. I be in my thoughts. You have to be, or not be, but you have to learn to be in your thoughts. You have to live in your thoughts. Just think about some positive stuff. Think about your dream life. Stop being on your phone. The reason why this is also one of the key things that I realized. The reason why the reason why your thoughts are not high quality, the reason why you don't feel the reason why you don't think positively at all, you can't bring yourself to think positively at all, is simply because you aren't giving your mind the time to think positively. You aren't feeding your mind the correct mental nutrients. And the mental nutrients are thoughts, right? And how are you supposed to feed your mind the correct mental nutrients, i.e. good thoughts, when you're stimulated all the time? It doesn't work like that, my friend. It will never work. You have to eliminate those distractions. Go into your room, sit for 30 minutes, ask yourself, what do I really want out of this life? Go take a walk after watching this video. Take a walk for 30 minutes in nature or in the city. Definitely better than staying 30 minutes at home and watching porn or playing video games or whatever useless activity you're doing that you know that it's not going to benefit you. Phones are one of the most valuable things ever. Laptops as well. Computers as well, of course. They're the most valuable thing ever. And you could grow and be and achieve and build a multi-million dollar empire with these devices. It has never been as easy as it is now to get rich. But it is also the most difficult right now to not get distracted. Because we have distractions everywhere around us. Everywhere, every single time we open on YouTube, we have 4 suggested videos and 15 suggested YouTube shorts from your favorite YouTubers and recommended. And you go on TikTok and you have all these For You pages, and you go on Instagram and you have all these stories and all these messages. You're getting bombarded, bro. You're getting bombarded with dopamine hits. And these apps are doing a phenomenal job at making us stuck. Congratulations to them, because they're making it work, but what are you doing to get rid of that? Because that is the missing link. You have to try to do something about that, because if you don't, then you're gonna drown in this water, this dark water. You're gonna drown. A shark is gonna eat you, and you are not gonna come out alive. And when I say you're not gonna come out alive, I mean you're not gonna be successful in life. You're gonna drown into this misery that is this digital world. But it's up to you to decide to make the change. I can only motivate you, I can only help and maybe inspire you, but the only thing that can save your life and it can change your life and that can make your life for the better is you. And it's always gonna be you. You can watch as many podcasts and as many videos as you want, but the only person that has to decide to make a change is you. So what is stopping you, my friend? What is stopping you? You have the brains, you have the minds, you have the self-control. You have the self-control. The only thing you need to have is the will and the belief that you can achieve whatever you set out to achieve. It really is that damn phone, eh? Your mother was right at the end of the day. Maybe it wasn't logical 10 years ago, 5 years ago, but now it makes all sense in the world. Do something about it. Fight the urge, fight the distractions, and win in life, my friend. Because the only one that can change you is you. God bless, brother. Hope this helps. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you want, of course. See you in the next one. Mwah. Appreciate you.